Folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another Monster Train run. Beginning with this video, I think we're going to try camera in the bottom right-hand corner. Some people have been telling me that when I play with it in top right corner, it covers up Seraph, like which Seraph we're fighting, as well as some of the modifiers when I'm playing challenges. So we're going to try this out and see how it feels. No, we don't need to play Corrosive Cache again. Let's just go no challenge today and do a regular random Covenant 25 run. We are melting Hellhorned with sort of an interesting starting deck. We have a little bit of additional DPS, a little bit of utility and harvest synergies, as well as a few extra damage spells. So we have damage shield, Daedalus, so those piercing ones are actually pretty darn good. Endless Wrath? Endless Burnbright Champion for 3 different floors? Endless Scaled Harvest Rector with additional scaling from drafts or dregs? Okay, so we've cleansed Seraph. What Fel do we have? We don't necessarily have to take Ember for Fel. Votive Key is very interesting. And I've never had the opportunity to, like, draft with Votive Key from Pack 1, so I'm gonna do that. I think it's, like, very clearly Accumulator Rector here, after giving a bunch of my stuff Endless. We'll be looking to pick up some Tomb units in particular, and maybe the Relic where the Extinguish things trigger twice. We have so much direct damage. So much direct damage. I think we're still good with setting up on floor 1. That's fine, I guess. Should have thought about that a little bit more. So now the question is, like, do I want a unit on a different floor for Rector reasons? I have 2, 4, 5 different cards that I can draw. Do snipe 1 on either floor. I think I'm gonna hedge and do this anyway. I, like, really don't want to miss the Collector. Great. I'm gonna play this Train Steward to block here. I probably kill on the bottom floor. accidentally created an endless train steward. I think I do this, this, this. You're already at the point where deal 19, make it so you have 6. I probably don't kill you anyway. In which case, I should probably just kill this train steward and then redeploy it next turn to grow this more. As long as I get the kill on the bottom floor, it doesn't matter if this thing is getting through. Wow. So from floor 1, we have endless stealth. Okay. That's fine. I don't know that I super want endless stealth early. Early, I think I just want like a crap ton of my stuff dying. It's very good later on. I don't know that I want any of this stuff right now. It feels like a lot of the picks that I want are really just like melting cards at this point. Inflame adding 10 armor to the champion is interesting. I don't know that it's worth 2 Ember though. I don't know. I don't have that many things to actually play. I think I'm going to do this. There's going to be some worlds where I actually put stat upgrades on drafts since I can give them endless. And then like giving them some rage and armor so they survive sweepers is actually interesting. I wonder if Inflame is better than Fortify at doing that, though. Fortify keeps my cost lower. Like, the Rage isn't. Well, the Rage is kind of relevant, right? Like, that it represents 16 damage on a draft. Alright, I'm gonna take an Inflame. If it's wrong, it can't be that wrong. Getting Hellhorned units instead of melting units. This is really good with stealth, I suppose. Let's take that. I don't think I'm going to buy that upgrade. Call it a hunch. Do I get to be picky enough to pass on a floor 2 steelworker here? Kind of feels like my current plan is like Rector, let everything die, and then endless a couple of very good units. And neither one of these units is particularly good endless. Like, this is a unit you keep alive over time and let it build up. And this unit is not objectively powerful enough offensively or defensively to just be insane. Like, this effectively has 35 starting HP when it comes back endless. I'm gonna try to be really picky with units this run, Because assuming that I make the champ endless, and I replay it multiple times, I don't need that many units to win. I may die for being this greedy. I'm gonna just throw that out there now. I think I want this plus 10 upgrade here, and then I'm going to save a slot for that for HP. I think I am going to go a rage upgrade on one of those drafts. Now I have 110 gold, which is exactly enough to reroll and take both small upgrades. Which I will do. So there's the HP there that I wanted. And let's make that super draft. Good, it's not the sweet boss. We will take a little bit of pyre damage to make this work. This, while it might hurt us a little bit, will probably actually make it easier to just kill the boss. How do I want to play this? Playing Rector Flicker twice is probably like very easily enough to win this fight. Kill this Absolver. I think it's kill this Absolver. Missing this sucks. Dent this, and I'm not sure that I actually want to redraw this in this fight. I think I'm just going to not play it. Like, I'm already getting dead draws from these. $23, huh? You're dead. You... Now... Don't give me a thing. I have 5 more HP on this, but that doesn't seem necessary. This thing only has 210 health, so I think it's already, like, dead on board, so to speak. In which case, it was probably correct to torch this. Ah, I gave that endless. I'm giving this endless. Yeah, I took 1 pyre health that I didn't need to take. That's the sort of thing that's probably not relevant, but, like, I should have mapped that out. That was on me. Wicklash for powering up a draft that I continuously make endless is kind of interesting, but, like, them having Burnout 1 is kind of nice right now. I think I'm just going to take the Drift Ball. Endless Rage Imp is very interesting if I get a Transcend Imp later. I think I like the control of having both a Drift Ball and a Hidden Passage. I think I'm going to save my money. Like, I don't think I need another unit to make it through the next fight, given what I have going on. How many consume cards do I have? None? None. I'm gonna take the bonus Ember. Like, I don't need that much Ember when I'm playing Melting, and when I also have something else that gives me bonus Ember, especially with this, we probably can take card draw and capacity for the rest of the run, like, very easily. So this is non-faction rares. Wait, or is it just draft pick? No, it is rares. Okay. Unleash the Wildwood is good, Channel Song is good, Awoken Railspike is good, Wildwood Tome is good, Awoken is looking pretty hot. Here, some of these expensive cards are good. Blazing Bolts would be insane. I think Awoken has the most that are hits here. I would take Cycle of Life or Wildwood Tome here. Cycle of Life becomes much more interesting than normal because of Hell's Banners. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Cycle of Life and then, like, maybe try to give it holdover or something. Like, assuming that I can get 3 bonus Ember per turn, or that I'm not using very much Ember otherwise. This is a very powerful effect to have access to on the champion, especially if the champion has Endless. This run is neat. Alright. Small floor, bottom floor is not what I wanted. I wanted Rector Flicker floor 1 so that when I'm using full spells, everything is like A-okay. It probably doesn't matter. I probably just like kind of time walk myself for a turn, or like sacrifice a kill or two. Playing these when they're not endless is, like, actually kind of nice. And I'm going to assume that I don't have to maximize the scaling that I do in order to win this fight. I think I win this fight, like, very handily by playing Champ on 2, followed by Champ on 3. I can actually play this in front, effectively. I can just let you die. Be good with that, and then take out these back units. Does this give me HP? I get hit for 14, bringing me to 11. No, this does not give me. In which case, should do that. I don't think this Votive is good in my deck right now because of Votive Key. Like, I already have a recursive unit every turn. Like, this is probably better than Train Steward, but like, I don't super want this right now. Wonder if I just like play it on the top floor so I don't redraw it. Nah. Just like bomb randomly spawn and kill it. Oh, I dazed that. That's kind of funny. So this is best in the middle. I'd like to find the upgraded friend. Not find upgraded friend. Your best middle again. That gives me up to 5 Ember. Does this and this. Stealth time. Stealth time. I didn't scale up that much in damage. I killed too many things on the bottom floor. I don't think it matters, like, I have 75 health and I get to replay this unit. Oh, yeah, I don't even need to get cute. The Devourer on Death is not exactly a good endless card. You have to, like, reaccumulate souls. It's not like the soul count is consistent, like, over the course of a fight or anything. It's interesting if I take Capacity here, because, like, then I realistically have room for it. But I don't actually think that's good. I think card draw is better right now. Because of my endless stuff, I'm not actually drawing that many cards per turn. It's kind of like I'm drawing one less card because the endless card is something that I'm always redrawing. So I'm not getting that many looks at my deck. I also, like, haven't removed any Train Stewards yet or anything. I think card draw is better than Capacity, and because card draw is better than Capacity, this probably isn't good. One Horn's Tome is interesting with Hell's Banners. It's just like actually castable if I have like a double drag hand or something like that. Like multi-striking this is kind of cool. But then like sweep and spikes become so much more of a problem. I go ahead and skip, which feels a little weird since that's like a rare pick. Demon Fiend Paraffin Thug. Demon Fiend is more castable than normal because of Hell's Banners, even if I don't take Ember. Endless Demon Fiend is cool, but like each Demon Fiend is harder to cast than the previous one. I think I like a Paraffin Thug. Quick Paraffin Thug, maybe? I wonder if, like, Quick is actually all that. A lot of times, like, this is going to be hiding behind this. Quick Paraffin Thug top floor to get stuff that flips through is probably okay. But if I put Quick on it, then, like, its attack isn't scaling much, and it's... No, I probably, like, maybe at some point I overfill a floor with Paraffin Thug. Yeah, I think just giving it 4 stats is probably better than giving it Quick. Am I rolling this shop or upgrades on my draft? Probably not. Card removes are better by a lot. In which case I should just do this and not, like, live the multi-strike dream. The next floor I'm going here. Mostly for the card removes. So I'm going to save my gold. Because there's some worlds where I might be able to double artifact after taking a 150 gold trial. Depending on how many thugs... Or sorry, depending on how many kills Paraffin Thug gets. I really hope my bottom floor isn't small this fight. Okay, cool. Alright. Camp is endless. You go behind. So you're not going to be endless, but I have another one of you to get later. Put you mid. Hold on, can I not math? Can't math. Alright. You would spawn there. Stealth is kind of awkward this turn. Because I would like to cycle of life here so that units take spike damage. But then if I stealth, they don't actually take spike damage. I think it's fine. Puts me back up to 4 Ember. so that I can do that. Actually doing so this results in me getting gold. And also killing this unit. Yeah, so because I'm not killing these back things with torches, this isn't scaling all that well. Like, we have no trouble with the boss, but we're not actually killing units that well here. Still more. I mean, a horn break here is very good so that they don't have haste. Already used Endless this turn. Removing one Train Steward from my deck is probably better than removing 2 Dregs, and then I can also play a Dreg for some DPS on this floor. Taking more power damage than I expected to this fight. Guess it was kind of a mistake to play this. This can help me. I think my plan is just like kill bottom floor. Via stealth. So let's go. This is Endless. Drip fall you down so that I get more harvest. No, okay, I did my sequencing wrong this turn. I should have torched this before I drip falled, then played Wrath bottom floor, so this gave me a little bit more health. Now I can't Wrath. It's okay, I think I, like, very handily win this fight on the bottom floor. I should have checked to see if I was, like, just short of a kill on the top floor, to see if I could change that with Torch. Okay, I didn't play that fight perfectly. Am I a Crushing Demise deck? Crushing Demise on floor 1 or 3, depending on what floor I'm not set up on. Seems like it might be fine to good later on in the run. A Fatal Melting is also interesting. To help sweep floors with a lot of units later on. I'm not really good at killing many units at the same time right now, outside of this one Spikes card. Take a Crushing Demise. I have a little bit of a scaling problem. My champ's not going to scale fast enough to kill 190 HP units as of right now. Maybe I had to take the One Horn's Tome earlier to help with this. Yeah, maybe I was too scared of the Fragile earlier. These are not really what I'm looking for. I probably reroll this shop. Now that Volatile Gauge randomizes cost between 1 and 3 instead of like 0 and 3 or 0 and 4, your units always cost you at least 1 Ember. And this deck is so low to the ground, generally speaking, that I think the bonus card draw that's offered here is not worth the downside of like my drafts costing 1. This is a really late time to get this event. This event is not particularly good right now. I will absolutely use it to purge a Train Steward, but it doesn't feel great. Yeah. Since we have like effectively endless on our tomb already, the melting spout doesn't add all that much what I've got going on. I'm starting to fear my imminent death. Like, obviously, I'm at 92 pyre health, things are going okay, but I don't know how I solve the endgame problem yet. All floor, huh? Okay. Now, there's some interesting lines beyond this, of like drip ball one of these down, take one very large hit on... Probably correct to drip ball this down. I create one very large one, but I probably save 2 pyre health most of the time. Maybe that's greedy. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's greedy. I'm just gonna take the 2 pyre health. Glad I did. Seems like top floor Paraffin Thug makes a lot of sense here. We'll give it endless because I don't want to give anything else endless this turn. That maybe should have gone bottom floor to kill one more of these things. A lot of things that kind of need to die here. Ow. Where do my kills make the most? So each one of these that I kill is worth 10 damage on this unit, which is in turn maybe worth gold or pyre health. So I think I focus down here. Actually, I guess we can just like kill this unit, huh? And this shield up. Then that. This is probably the point where I actually do play this out so that I get Ember. But I don't really want this to die. I don't want to redraw it. I'm gonna put it in the back, oddly enough. Now, spikes here is really choice. Kind of, I guess. It does mean that each one of these subsequently hits me for more, but it also means that I kill these units, which is nice. Slightly awkward, but okay. I think I endless stealth this so that I can have stealth stacks versus the boss. So if I add any additional damage, kill this thing, and I end up with less gold in this fight. This thing currently has 15 remaining health. This would do 20. And weaken this more. Fine. I guess we're already at lethal next floor, huh? I should just play one thing that takes the damage hit. And then all this good. Yes. I could just like burn this out and remove it from my deck since it's not going to be good from here on out. Let's do that. That probably makes sense. I didn't map that out, but never mind. No, it's fine. It's dying from the attack anyway. That's why I didn't map that out. With multiple sets of spikes here, I think this is a joke. Yeah. Vamp scaled up much better that fight against a large number of small units. I want another one of these sorts of effects. That helps the champ scale up, actually. It's not crazy. This Pyre Chomper is interesting. I'm not having trouble keeping units alive, so I probably don't need these, and I'm not having trouble with Ember, so I don't need this. We're like almost exclusively looking for scaling at this point. Probably taking capacity after my next boss fight. Holdover Crushing Demise is good. Holdover Cycle of Life is good. Don't super need to reduce cost. Increase damage on some things like Torches and Horn Breaks are fine. Artifacts are very good right now. I go to this trinket shop though, so I'll have a chance next floor to get some. I'm gonna fish for some holdover here. Permafrost. Permafrost isn't great. Plus 20 magic power and consume on a torch. Reduce cost on one of these two. I'm gonna start with Cycle of Life. Roll the shop. Nope. And regular spell power on the Horn Break there was going to just be so nice. Maybe that's okay. I still have a Train Steward. Get that out. I'd also like to remove Votive, but I'm not sure if it's correct to, since I have an unstable vortex there. Small top floor. That's okay. I think this is a time where I set up on bottom and make it so that I can play the champ 3 times if necessary. So the DPS of having Horned Warrior behind Champ is slightly better. Keeping that in mind, I'd probably play this for 2. Also helps to start whittle down this statue. I think I'm hits on this turn. I think I need as many units as possible to die on this bottom floor to scale the Champ up in this fight. I think this 12 damage is fine. So, like, this can go behind as DPS on the statue. I'll block 6 on the Champ like this. And the question is, like, do I do damage with the Dreg, or do I let the Dreg die to... I think I let the Dreg die to scale. That one's a little tricky, though. Okay. Endless... endless stealth. I think. Man, it's really bad to draw both of these in this turn. Like, this damage output is pretty huge. I think the stealth is necessary. Some large pyre hits incoming. That needs to be stopped. This probably needs to happen. It results in this statue being low enough that I can probably realistically kill it. Then I need to finish off this statue so that I can start getting kills on the units that are coming through. That requires 10 damage, which is the combination of Dreg plus Flame. Now I don't think I want to redraw this. Maybe I do. Like maybe this is going in front of Rector every floor. No, this will. Yeah, I don't want to redraw this right now. I want to get deeper in the deck. Alright, this is what Crushing Demise is for. Nice! Do it here. Saves a lot of HP. Yeah, I need capacity after this fight. I think that's kind of clear now. I think I send this down. Then I kill both of these dead. I don't know. I have a whole bunch of torches incoming that I can use to kill these. Maybe that's incorrect. Maybe I just like daze this. Keep this alive for one turn. And save 10 health on 2 different units. Yeah. A little weird. Oh, I can actually get one more kill here like this. Okay. Start by avoiding 15. Shall we? I haven't been counting waves for Fel. Guess I can check the reference sheet. That'll help me out. Because if these dregs aren't going to die via combat, I don't get to play this 3 different times unless I have space to play it 3 different times, and playing like multiple dregs on this floor as well as Molten Encasement can get kind of weird. Alright, so this is Circle 6 Fel. This is Clipped Guardian, Clipped Guardian. One, two, three. So I think this is turn 4. I believe there's 2 more waves before Fel, which means playing 2 burnout, or playing 1 burnout 2 unit on the mid floor is okay. Oh, right, with stealth, everything is attacked simultaneously, so this is actually dying, which is fine. (96 plus 9 is exactly 105. The drag gets a kill on this. So that one's burning out and this one's dying. Am I doing that, like, last point of damage or two there? That's actually kind of interesting. The 22 damage torch. 22 damage torch is the answer. Let's just, like, play this out to have it die. We're done with that unit. I want to draw a Crushing Demise at some point soon to kill this, which is currently a problem. I don't think I get to Cycle of Life this turn, unfortunately. I think dealing the 32 damage to this matters quite a bit if I don't draw a Crushing Demise and, like, randomly kill it next turn. And keeping endless health up is important. So some of my late game turns are not necessarily going to have Hell's Banners triggers. That's something very good to know for a little bit later on. Okay. You just go into the pyre. You do 2 damage spells on you, and then you do 20 to the pyre instead of 30. That's not bad. Very likely to draw Crushing Demise next turn. Where is this? Oh, right. Had a plan! Had a plan. Double spell there. Okay, that's not the best. That is what it is. We shall live with that mistake. That should have been fell. I wonder if the spreadsheet is inaccurate post update. Interesting. Guardian. Okay, I need to cross-reference a couple of spreadsheets later and, like, see what happened there. But I had planned for Fel to be here now, and that's not the case. A billion fire damage. Not hitting the Crushing Demise has been really rough. Alright, so once the deck's small, I do have, like, effectively 2 endless units every turn. I can get the Ember to do both of these things, which is probably important. I don't like how much fire damage I'm taking here. Been waiting on that for a long time. Hitting in stacks of 73 currently. Phone has been updated. Thank you, phone. Alright, so 335 minus 73, minus 73, minus 73. 73 is 43 remainder. Which that you exactly are getting the kill. If I can do 43 more damage. Okay, what if I inflame front? Okay, so inflame front is going to add 8, then 6, then 4, then 2 damage for a total of 20. So swinging this by 20 doesn't do it. Swinging it by 24 doesn't do it. Unfortunate. I can get the kill with Paraffin Thug. I'm gonna play some things and like maybe I did math wrong. I didn't. Ooh, Farmless Child is scaling. Like, I enhance a graph with plus 40 and then make it endless. There's a real chance that does something very cool. I almost need actual endless upgrades on some of my units now. Like, one endless a turn is not necessarily what I want. I'm going to take this. So there are some worlds where I make this endless. Where I want additional extra actual Ember, but I think I'm going to take capacity. Like, multiple things dying to scale up the champ is pretty important. On the final floor, it's better for me to go left and take a duplicate on Crushing Demise after trying to put, like, holdover on it or something. But now, is it more important to fish for an artifact, or is it more important to fish for actual endless upgrade on a unit? An endless upgrade on a unit is very good, but, like, there are some artifacts that are pretty insane right now as well. Like Resin Block, for example, is very good. Like, returning my units that are coming back again and again and again. I think that is cool. I think Endless is very good right now. Oh. I'm gonna check out this cavern event now. Silence for the next boss fight is probably pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Like, making the next boss a joke so I can more realistically take the trial is at least sort of important. I don't really think HP upgrades are all that good. I could, like, throw an HP upgrade on a peg for giggles, but I don't know how good that is. Multi-strike here? It's really only worth 10 additional damage most of the time, unless it gets, like, reformed via Formless Child. Keeping that in mind, I think I'm just going to add some damage there. All this for a little bit of a whiff. Picking Dark Calling 1 is sort of interesting, and is maybe better than Accumulator 3. Accumulator 3 really helps me scale up to survive Seraph, though. Resolving units helps with Ember issues that I might develop, and also gives me a ton of blockers and a few more things to die. It also lets me reuse Drafts and Formless Child and Molten Encasement and Remnant Host if I don't necessarily make them endless. I think I'm going to take Dark Calling 1. If I'm taking Dark Calling 1, I maybe should have put Multi-Strike on a Dreg. Or sorry, on a Draft. And if I'm doing this, and I'm maybe like randomly returning some of this stuff, there starts to become reasons, like maybe Heartstone a random unit like a Dreg. I don't think I'm going to do that. I am at the point where I'm like very much considering just like purging things like Dregs and Votivaries so that I more likely get the cards that I want back. But let's talk about that next floor when we see how much gold I actually have left. Like, the difference between walking into the next floor with like 600 versus 1,000 is very, very different. Armor 20 is a hard trial for this fight, like these being heavily armored is a little bit rough. And killing things is like one of my biggest problems in the first place. So I think I'm going to pass on this trial. Makes me happy I didn't spend gold. A lot of floor 1 damage, huh? I guess interestingly enough, it doesn't really matter if Wreck Your Flicker dies. Thug. Oh, you. Thug top in this fight. Probably Thug top in this fight. Just give me the most time to set up. $100 gold. 100 gold's pretty important. Operate under the assumption that 100 gold is something that I want badly. I need a few of more of my units to be dead. For formless child reasons. I think I want this formless child to die next turn. Yeah, I think I want the formless child to die. Put it up top. Put a drag in front. No, I need this to die, and I need something else to be dead that's not returning. We have a weird little puzzle going on. It might involve, like, torching one of my own dregs next turn or something. Because, like, after combat, I'm going to get 2 units dead this turn. Oh, unless I play something here. Let that die. Yeah, okay. So I can go, like... Reg. Stealth. Here. No, it has to be bottom. So that I have 2 units die this turn. So like this. Followed by that. Then I can kill the collector. Two units are still dying here. Slightly differently than I planned on them dying here, but that's okay. Yeah, that looks good. That was a hard turn. Crushing demise, huh? Okay, so I have a drag that I can get back as of right now. Do I want to gamble and try to get a draft back? I guess that's kind of hard to do. Man, I really wish that I could kill this. I feel like I have a 100% chance of killing that. The other thing I can do is actually just Crushing Demise top floor and get Paraffin Thug back reformed 50% of the time. Interesting. Wonder if that's greedy. might not be greedy. Reforming a Paraffin Thug is not the best, randomly. I don't know, like 100% chance of killing a 190 HP unit is better than the 50% chance of killing the 111 HP unit. Okay, that's fine. Now I just have to figure out how to play the rest of the turn. So the drafts on bottom so that the greatest number of units die is probably best for me. Assuming that I can keep this alive so that it actually gets a hit in. I have a crap ton of units, so that's totally fine. The armor 15 issue is a little rough though. Feels 30, 49. It's not as bad as I thought. Just probably stealth mid-floor this turn. Yeah, so there's 79 damage. God, that HP buff is so nice. Another set of hits here. I'm going to torch you so that I can finish you with another torch next turn. (79 plus 30 is 109. I need a little bit more DPS output here. A lot of critters on the bottom floor that make trying to scale my champ this turn pretty awkward. I think I'm looking at stealthing the bottom floor. Yeah, I think I stealth the bottom floor so I don't take a billion damage here. I still kind of think I play this front here. First scaling. Oh, it has burnout 1. That's bad. I have dead creatures. I do have a dead dreg that I can return. I think I like something like this. And then I wonder if I put Draft in front, trying to return Draft with plus 40 over Dreg with plus 40. Or if that's greedy. Probably greedy. Let's just make sure I get a real amount of damage on these creatures. Yeah, that's so much more acceptable. Now I can rage this rather than rage here, and just get so I'm less likely to take some fire damage. I'm unsure as to whether I play that and let it burn out, because I don't really want that to get reformed with this. I'd rather just like redraw this on the boss turn. I think I just stop here. Alright, we got into a handful situation. 49 power dreg. Okay, so I need to solve this floor. It is probably going to involve stealthing this floor so that only one thing dies. Okay, yeah, we solved that floor. Great. Great, 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 great. I have a dreg that I can turn into 100 power. Probably good. You're getting to the fire. That's okay. So I think this unit is going to need to get enhanced. Yeah, I think this unit needs to get enhanced. We're gonna burn out. Maybe I just, like, return this to my hand. Kinda like it to return this, but I don't know that that's reasonable. It is if I play it on bottom floor and give this a little bit more armor. If I deal 9 damage to you, things change, but I don't think I can do that. Bringing up 2 spots on this floor anyway, so it's okay to just clear out this floor. I'll still have room for the champ. And then... order. Now I can't... Oh no, I can still double torch a back one, I just can't double torch this. Treat you as a blocker? I'll treat you as a blocker. Okay, we didn't return the best possible unit, but that's fine. Okay, so setting up for big last fight. So this is the one I want to give Endless in all likelihood. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I have this, it just kills the boss. I probably don't need to overthink this turn too much. So the stealth was better middle floor. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, I needed to stealth middle floor so that I got kills on all of these things. Now there's worlds where, like, I accidentally take some fire damage plays. Crushing Demise, Dripfall, Remnant Host are really good draws. Kill my own unit by doing this. A hidden passage you up a floor. Yeah, let's see where this goes. So we hidden passage you up a floor. Now I can let you kill Formless Child and give me the giant draft that I'm hoping for. Okay, alright. I like where this line ended up. I can play this here, like maybe it as well. That's probably good, but I probably... They're very strong. I can play this drag in front, let this drag die, give that 10 armor, and then deal 54 return. That's probably good. Okay, that's actually good. Oh, right, it was the trample boss. It wasn't the big shield. In which case, like, I could have used this at, like, any time to make this fight significantly easier. But that's okay. This is worth 150 damage. Here? I guess it doesn't really matter where I put it. I guess this saves some life, technically. I can also... These torches are upgraded. We can silence those, then eliminate that extinguish trigger. Like, stop there. If I planned this out a little better, I could have, like, played Votive when I had a space still, torched it to get a little bit more HP here. I think I'm good with where things stand right now. Totally forgot we weren't fighting against the living armor. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nice. Inferno's kind of interesting. It's another, like, crushing demise quality card. And my unit, like me killing my own units, isn't that big of a deal. Probably take that, go to the Merchant of Magic, and see what I can do with it. That does nothing, right? That does nothing. Okay. I think the first thing I'm going to do is re-roll this shop. Friendly units entering with Rage 3 is, like, kind of cute, but not the scaling that's, like, actually going to win me the fight. Flicker's Liquor is probably a buy. Helps with casting Inferno. Probably Permafrost a Dripfall or Ascend. My base level torches are very bad. Would like to remove as many of them as possible from the deck. Flicker's Liquor might actually be worse than card removes. Okay, torches and base level torches are very bad. Regs aren't great. I would like to have fewer of them so that like my better units come back more frequently, but like they still have utility. It's just like Torch, when Torch doesn't kill a unit in one go, is just so bad. Okay. So that puts us out of range of Flicker's Liquor, I believe. Yes. No regrets. His card removes are going to quietly be very good. Now, like Dripfall versus Ascend. I don't know which one of them is better until I know which floor is my small floor, I guess. I guess, like, Dazed on the boss fight turn, really good if that's something that hangs around. The other thing I can do is, like, put this on the Cycle of Life, because I can't necessarily play Cycle. Nah, I get to play, like, most of my cards every turn, or situational cards I want. Assume that, like, sending something back down to Inferno it is good. Inferno versus Crushing Demise is sort of interesting there. I think Inferno's better. Mid floor is small floor. So, interestingly enough, I don't know that I want to necessarily Inferno bottom floor this turn, because like I want a lot of things to die mid floor, where I'm probably setting up the Rector Flicker. Maybe I do put this bottom after Infernoing. And then future Infernos are like cleanup Infernos. Is not where I want to play this unit. I don't know, maybe the difference between 45 and 30 isn't that huge. And I should just, like, start setting up some DPS here. Higher wing. This is endless. It's not the end of the world if this dies. Probably a stealth turn. Okay, so that's good scaling, so now we look to here. Let that die, I still get the kill. Okay. Kill you? This is like such a good Inferno turn. Like, it hits the boss, it kills 3 units, and like in the future, like top floors being handled via like large-ish dregs is totally fine. I think I accept the sacrifice of Horned Warrior. Thank you for your service. I don't get to continue endless stealth in the short term. That's gonna happen this turn. Now when I play my next unit, I am going to get bonus Ember. I think I want to play... So this is going to summon draft units that are going to die. So if I play a creature in front of this, that creature dies, followed by this creature dies, followed by the 2 drafts dying. That generates the most things here. But I can do more DPS if I just play a draft in front, so I should probably do that. Now there's this weird spot of like, do I save this in the deck for later, the next time I redraw it, or do I just play it now, assuming that I'll reform it at some point? I think I'm gonna redraw it. Playing it for this floor looks kind of nice now. This generates a bunch of blockers. I actually could have played that behind that, probably, huh? You are probably going to the Pyre unless I Crushing Demise you. Best way to Crushing Demise you... And next turn's draw is bad. No, it's fine. I Drip Fall this down and then I Crushing Demise the big one. So I just need to make sure that I get a kill on this by doing something like that. And bottom floor can look like this plus this. I'm also starting to get to the point where I'm wondering if I should Hidden Passage this up to make room for more units on the bottom floor to die. That kind of makes sense to me. My stuff that I'm bringing back is going to quickly be better than this. Maybe I'm not there yet, but soon. So do I play this up top? the Crushing Demise and draw a card next turn? I think I did. Really need an Inferno to deal with this floor later, but we'll figure that out. Oh my god, was Crushing the... Fuck! Crushing Demise was the last card of the deck. And now... Shit! I also need to do 2 damage to this unit, or it does 50 damage to the pyre. 65 pyre damage this turn. That oh my god. Okay. Remnant Host up top does some things here. Like, that is worth a little bit of damage. Oh man, this top... Ugh! Okay. I could Drip Fall this instead, and try to hit one of the 2 Infernos next turn. That saves me a crap ton of fire health. It is a gamble if it doesn't work out. It's extremely bad. But I think it is currently my best line. In which case, do I Permafrost this? Or, sorry, I silence this so that I can play a bunch of crap on this floor. I want this to take the hits, this to do that, and this goes in position 2. I imagined that adding more damage. Alright, please Inferno. Oh, okay. Also, 101. Damn it. Do I have the stealth thing? Okay, I have the stealth thing. Well, that's great. Okay. I am officially okay, I think. Stop some Ember Drain. A bit of bleeding there. I really need to get some Formless Child Cycle of Life type stuff going, so I have better scaling. That hasn't happened yet. Been a little hard keeping up with the fight thus far. Well, forced my hand. Oh my god. Chef's kiss right there. Chef's kiss. That was great. Currently 45 fire damage up there. This is a floor I plan on handling via Inferno. How do I handle the rest of the turn? If I cycle of life top floor, I can save some fire damage. The spikes kills all of those things. As much as I want to be enhancing down here, it feels like saving 45 fire damage is very much a thing that matters. Now let's look at the rest. Actually, can I get one more kill? This is 45 damage. I can hidden passage another one of... Or no, 45... Okay, that kills this. I only survived 2. No, so that doesn't work. Now it's a question of, like, am I scaling bottom floor, or am I doing some damage in floor? I'm not guaranteed to draw an Inferno next turn. I wonder if there's a world where I'm supposed to hidden passage this up. So that this just goes to the pyre this turn. And I can do damage on this. I think I like that world. So like, we just let that hit the pyre for 8 and make it so that we're more likely to kill this. I don't get to stealth this. I also haven't played a unit. I'd like you to have Endless. Now things are slightly awkward. That results in 88 damage. I think I need to redraw this to give it Endless. It's possible the stealth matters less than scaling the champ at this point, though. Okay, there's the Formless Child. Oh god. It's here. We have not scaled at all with Formless Child, and it's the boss wave. This is a disaster. I can use 3 Ember to Formless Child and scale immediately. Pyre health be damned at this point. .45 fire damage. Okay, so we go 1 unit, kill it. We only reformed a Dreg with base. That's only worth 100 damage. Oot! Really wanted. I don't know. We really wanted to hit one of these already upgraded dregs. Okay. I have two priorities, and they are A, not dying, and B, scaling the boss up more, the champ up more. I have more Ember coming. Maybe I'm drip falling this down to Inferno that entire floor. Actually, I'm probably ascending this out of the way to deal more damage. So I know I'm doing this for like basically no matter what. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Significantly more damage. Now there's 10, 20, 35 incoming damage. I need to have 2 spots available on this floor next turn. So I can't play Horned Warrior there. I can play Horned Warrior on the top. That's safe. Dazing this. Is that worth more this turn or more in a future turn? Probably more in a future turn when I have better things behind camp. Let's not do that now. And then I play one of Votive and Dreg on bottom and mid floors. If I drip fall this turn, this Dreg it gets to attack, right? Whereas it doesn't now. Oh, it does now, but it might get to attack a second time, so it's worth 130-ish damage to drip fall now. Probably do better next turn. Margins on this one are going to be slim. Also, am I just dead to these? Like, first things first, this goes here. Next up, how do I survive this? Would have to involve drip falling a unit, so that like an enemy unit, so that I don't die. Or can it involve Cycle of Life? No, it has to involve infernoing this creature and killing this creature. Okay, so we start here. Alright, I have incoming Ember. Maybe I should have Votive because Votive into the Crushing Demise or Inferno is very good. Actually, maybe that needs to be the next play. Is this into draw Inferno. That into drawing Crushing Demise might work. Need to do exactly 2 damage to this, which I can't do. So I have to drip fall this down, which is going to reduce the damage that I do to the boss. Okay. That's fine. Not fine, but we're gonna try. And the one Ember that I cost myself by not playing Votive prior to Inferno is so huge here, because I can't do 2 of these cards. I only get to do 1 of these cards. Question is, like, which one of these is better? Probably Formless Child, so I get something to play behind this next turn. Oh, but man, this is a costly mistake. Well. Yeah. 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 Damn. Wait, yeah? We're close. And I bet I win if I cycle of life. I'm gonna calculate that real quick. So, cycle of life applies spikes 3. 335 divided by 30 is 11 turn cycles, which is 33 hits. 33 times how many spikes? Spikes 3, which is 6 damage. 200 damage plus 10 life. About 230 extra damage added. Okay, no, so it's not the deal breaker between winning and losing the run, but it's very close. Yeah, I think if I scaled once, like literally one other time with Formless Child throughout this fight, I end up getting there with this one. Yeah, this fight was winnable. I made some mistakes during it. I think we could have beaten Seraph. But that's okay. This was an incredibly interesting run. We applied Endless 51 times. I also have a new record for damage taken. This run was beautiful. Like, starting with Votive Key made the decisions for how I built this deck very interesting over the course of the run. Looking back, there are some decisions I wish I could have changed, and like with the information that I have now, and like now when I was offered Endless on the ability to buy Endless on the stealth unit on like floor 2 or 3, I laughed it off, saying like, we don't need that. But in actuality, if I had put Endless on that, and then I had the ability to keep using the Votive Key for like Formless Child or Remnant Host or Draft later on, that would have been very good. So that's probably the single decision that I regret the most. Anyway, this was a long one. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this one, but it's lunchtime for me.